This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you stay motivated, stay positive, and stay trying out here even when you feel down and out. Keep trying and pushing forward. Don't forget to do that thing, that like button, okay? So, we got Big U reacting to the whole Nip slander from Wack 100. He didn't really react directly, but he clarified something. What was being put out here was that he wasn't a legend, and that is super false, okay? Whether he was a legend living or passing, he's legendary. He took risks. Legends take risks. They pave the way for others, okay? There's lots of different levels of legends, okay? He was signed, so Big U had signed him with Johnny Shipes in the beginning, and they were promoting him in LA. I met them after they were about 6 months to a year into their grind, and I was like, wow, this is a special artist. I'd love to work with him. I met him through Johnny Shipes, and we worked together, and it was great. We had a lot of fun working together, man. He's talented. He had that vibe in LA, and he was bringing back something. He was adding to something that had been, he was restoring a feeling that had been kind of missing for a little while, and he brought a good vibe back to LA, okay? And also, he had a little trouble with Epic. We were all young at that time, we all made mistakes, and his mistake, he made some mistakes with Epic. I think he was signed to Epic or some Sony division, and they ended up letting him go eventually. I think they dropped one single with Lloyd. That's, oh yeah, Feeling Myself, and it didn't take off like it should have. It didn't get the support it needed. So then he went indie, selling basically, as you could say, out the trunk, but on the internet, and charging $100. It was different, and it worked. He didn't have to sell as many to make his mark. He was, and he demanded his worth. And he kind of set a new precedent for up and coming artists like Russ and everybody. Russ credits Nip a lot. But anyways, Wack 100 is a guy who looks for attention. He did this when the Tupac movie came out. He had a lot of things to say about Pac, and you saw him getting into things with Tretch and everything. Mind you, he's Game's manager, okay? We know him for Ray J, Game, now Blueface, and he tries to stay hot out here by trolling topics that are sensitive to people. He knows that keeps him hot in the news. So he did the Pac thing. That was good for him. So why not do the Nip thing? But it's a little fresh. Too fresh. And it's very disrespectful. Okay? And one thing that comes with gang culture is respect. Okay? And he's lacking that. He's discrediting somebody who has at least gotten their flowers in passing. And yes, we all wish he got them when he was here, but he didn't. Okay, but now he's getting them now. Why take a pee all over that? Why? So T.I. and Meek, I'm glad they spoke up. They said he's a legend. Okay. Then Wack said, out of those two, I'm gonna pick T.I. So he goes at T.I. because T.I. is the easier target. Because T.I. got no time for getting caught with all those guns, the pill. He had such a criminal record and only got very little time, right, for each thing. And he had a commercial on Atlanta local news promoting people, turning people in, okay, like a tip line. So he's an easy target. Now T.I. responded, he basically called him rat, basically, And then he also said he took the stand, and there is footage of T.I. testifying in a case where his friend passed away because somebody attacked his vehicle. And you're subpoenaed to show up. I don't think he helped put anybody away. They made him recount what happened that night. He didn't point at anybody or anything, okay? I'm not coming to his defense. I'm just saying facts are the facts, okay? Things are a little spooky, but there is no paperwork or anything because he never took it to court with the other stuff. Took a plea deal. He took a deal. Things get kind of sealed up there, you know. And who was he going to tell on anyways? You know, I think they just wanted to embarrass him. And they did. But it didn't work long term, you know. He's lucky. But they tried to embarrass him. So T.I. responded, you know, with the whole thing that, you know, this is fake until it's in my face, blah, blah, blah. These guys are really fans behind the scenes. You know, Wack 100 went back. Now, Big U, we were wondering, you know, Big U controls his area, the 60s. Like, not a controlling, like, a lead. Like, he's just a leader, a positive leader. I would look at Big U as a positive leader out here for the youth. He was very positive with Nipsey's career. Even though they clashed at times, right? They still had a mutual respect for each other, okay? It's easy to clash because, you know, under him in the beginning, and Nip grew into a man, you know, and understood the business under Big U. And, you know, that causes, just like you clash with your parents, you clash with Big U. But they worked it out. So he clarified today that he is a legend, okay? Which really means a lot because coming from someone like him that's very respected in LA, you know, means a lot. So he's coming to his defense, and I love to see that. And it means a lot, okay? So we'll see where Wack 100 takes it now because he's out of pocket. He is. It's not right. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, you know? And the game didn't even speak out. And that's your manager, bro. So you're co-signing that, but you're using the likeness of Nip to bring attention to you, have people, you know? Let's be honest. That's what's happening. They weren't best friends. They had respect for each other. They weren't best friends, though. He helped a lot in the beginning. And I'm sure Big U asked for that favor in the beginning. Hey, can you take him on tour? And he said yes, and that was real of Game to do that. Let's get to the Game's album. Oh, what? That's bad, baby. Okay, Game's album. I wanted to love it. I promise you I did. Okay, the samples are amazing on it. He sampled a classic Biggie sample. He sampled some, you know, 70s and 80s music on there. That's amazing. The beats are very melodic, okay? It's a different vibe, okay? Is it what I'm looking for from the Game? No, it's not, okay? This is very different for the Game. It's a good album, but it's not something I'm really into, okay? I liked a few songs on it, but I don't think he made it for the fan of Game. Like, trust me, Game... In my mind, Game has tons of classics, okay? Countless classics. He's been in the game for over a decade, okay? Well over a decade. Consistent, okay? So I'm not taking anything from him. Yes, he's not the most consistent character of a person, but rap-wise, he's very consistent. He's a great rapper. This album just has a different vibe to it to me. Mind you, he had Dom Kennedy produce a lot of it, okay? I think Dom Kennedy helped, you know, produce a lot of stuff with Nipsey. I mean, I know they were tight, super tight. So I don't know if he produced Nipsey's last album. I think that was Diddy, and Dom Kennedy had a lot to do with it, though. And he had a lot to do with this. This album is more maybe mature, I would say. I don't know. There's a lot of, like, you're not getting my attention in the beginning of every record. Okay, so I tried to play it in the car yesterday again. There's a couple songs on there I really like, but there's like 25 songs on there, so I'm not really into it. What are the sales for it? It's going to sell less than 19,000 the first week. Didn't get a lot of push. Fabulous is doing about 30-35. He's on Def Jam. The thing is that Game is independent in a sense with E1. Let's see what else is going. Trippie Redd's gonna do his second week. He's doing 37-42. That's pretty good, man. Because what you want to see is like your first week. Your second week's usually half of your first week. If your second week is anything less than half of your first week, like drastically, like say you did 100K the first week and then 20K the next week, albums were fudge. I think he really got 100,000 the first week. Like there was no faking the funk. Post Malone, who else came out with an album the first week? Well, the game didn't do so well, but it doesn't matter. He's independent, so he's making more money off of it. And you know, he's gonna always tour because he has plenty of hits. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. Anyways, it is what it is, you know. And staying in the news, saying shocking things doesn't always equate to album sales. So he didn't have a radio record on this. I think that was a big mistake. He didn't have any radio record. And if he had a radio record, I think that it would have sold more. I don't think he was focused on sales. I think he just wanted to make an album that he liked. And that's understandable at this point. He's dropped so many classics, making what other people want. For once, he wanted to drop what he wanted to drop. And I respect that. Okay, as from an artist perspective, totally respect it. So anyways, this is Jordan Tower JT News. Appreciate you guys, and I will check you guys on the next video.